Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a topic on JFET or junction field effect transistor, as you may know it. Now, before starting that, today we are going to see different parameters of JFET, differentiate between JFET and BJT, and along with that, we will also see different types of biasing used in JFET. Now, before we start that, in the previous video we did see the biasing for BJT. The first one starting with fixed bias, then we had fixed bias with self bias or fixed bias with forward emitter bias, and then last and not the least, we had our mother circuit, that is nothing but the potential divider biasing. Now, today we are going to start with JFET's basic parameters and some questions related to JFET. Now, the first question that is being popularly asked in Viva is explain the transfer characteristics of FET and explain why FET is known as a square law device. Now, the transfer characteristic is a curve which gives or which indicates the change in IDS over here with change in माइनस VGS. मतलब जब जब आप VGS को नेगेटिव पोलैरिटी में चेंज करोगे तब तब आपके ID में यानी जो ड्रेन करंट है, जो आउटपुट करंट है, उसमें जो चेंज होंगे वो ऑब्जर्व होते हैं. स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अ मैक्सिमम वैल्यू एंड इट फॉल्स टू द मिनिमम वैल्यू. द पॉइंट एट विच योर आईडी बिकम जीरो, इट इज नोन एज पिंच ऑफ वोल्टेज. नाउ द चैनल नाउ as VDS, what do you say, the output voltage as VDS is constant. If we increase the reverse bias voltage, that is nothing but the VGS on the input side, the channel becomes narrow. We had seen in the previous diagram that the width of the channel was given by W. Now this channel becomes more narrow, the area decreases. Now this increases एरिया डिक्रीजेस. अगर एरिया डिक्रीज होता है तो कैन आई से दैट द रेजिस्टेंस वुड इंक्रीज. पहले 100 इलेक्ट्रॉन एक सर्टेन एरिया में से जा रहे थे, अभी वही 100 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को एक छोटे से एरिया में से जाना पड़ रहा है. सो नाउ कैन आई से दैट द धक्का मुक्की की वजह से द रेजिस्टेंस हैज इंक्रीज. नाउ इन अनदर वर्ड्स, इफ माई रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीजेस माई IDS इज डिक्रीजिंग. वाई? बिकॉज करंट इज डिक्रीजिंग, बिकॉज अभी कम अमाउंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पास हो पा रहे हैं. एंड व्हेन माई VGS इज इक्वल्स टू VGS ऑफ, my IDS reduces to 0. Now the channel is closed and the device is off. Now on the transfer characteristics, 2 points are important. First, when your VGS is 0, that means at this point your value of ID, and when your VGS is VGS off, means at this point your what is the value of your ID. Now when your VGS is equals to 0, the value of ID is IDSS, and when your value of VGS is equal to pinch off voltage, or the voltage where the both the depletion region just pinches off, as we had seen in the previous video. So VGS off, it is given at when VGS is equals to VP or VGS off, the value of ID, as you can see, is the y coordinate, that is nothing but 0. So from the characteristics we see that the curve is a simple what do you say, square law type, which can be expressed by the equation ID or IDS, which is equals to IDSS into brackets 1 minus VGS upon VP the whole square. Now this equation is also known as Shockley's equation. Due to this relationship between ID and VGS, between ID and VGS, FET is known as a square law device, one of the reason. Now explain how FET can be used as a variable resistance device. This is where most of the students do not attempt the question in exam if asked. It has been asked in compulsory question number 1 many times, that why, how FET can be used as a variable resistance device. Now in the figure shown, as you may be able to recall the graph over here, यहाँ पे मेरे पास VDS था. This is nothing but the output characteristics, and the one which you saw over here, this was not the input characteristics, this was the transfer characteristics. बच्चा, ये आपके transfer characteristics थे. Now over here you have your output characteristics. What do you say, in your output characteristics you have output voltage versus the output current, and keeping a certain value of input constant, you increase your output voltage in order to get your output current. If you remember, we had described this region as ohmic region, wherein if you increase the voltage constantly, then then there is a constant increase in current, hence the region being named as ohmic region. Then we had a pinch off what do you say, region, जहाँ पे मेरे pinch off होते थे. The lesser the value of VGS, the nearer what do you say, the lower the value of pinch off being appearing. Now if I connect all the dots over here, I get the locus of my pinch off voltage. Now in the figure shown, ohmic region of the characteristics is drawn, it is being drawn over here. It can be seen that for different values of VGS, the slope of the characteristic, that is nothing but y by x, goes on decreasing. But inverse of slope is nothing but resistance, as we had seen in BJT also, between is the resistance between drain and source. Therefore the resistance goes on increasing. Since the slope is decreasing, my resistance goes on increasing. Therefore 1 upon slope, which is given by 1 upon delta ID by delta VGS, is given by delta VGS by delta ID, which is equal to RDS. Hence, by changing the input voltage or by changing the VGS, we can change the resistance RDS, that is the resistance between the drain and the source. In this way, FET can be used as a variable resistance device. Now, the last one of the important question do many people ask is, why input resistance of FET is high? Now, for proper operation of FET or to have controlling action, the gate to source region should be reverse biased. It's not like your FET wherein your input junction was forward biased. यहाँ पे आपका input junction reverse biased है. Now, in other words, at FET input we have a reverse biased diode. Since the output resistance of reverse biased diode is very high, FET have very large input resistance. Due to the large input resistance at the gate, current of FET is negligibly small. But of course, अगर आपके इनपुट पे ही अगर एक कोई डायोड है जो रिवर्स बायस है, देन बट ऑफ कोर्स वहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ लीकेज करंट होगा, विच विल बी ऑल्सो इन माइक्रो एम्प्स. बट ऑफ कोर्स वो उसे कंसिडर नहीं करेंगे हम. इसलिए वी से दैट फॉर FET the input resistance due to the large input resistance, the gate current of FET is negligibly small, reverse saturation current. Now due to this, we always take your IG, which is approximately equals to 0. Now note that at the input of BJT, the JB junction, which is at the input, is forward biased. Hence the input resistance of BJT is small. This was one of the question being prominently asked in Vivas. Now we'll just have a quick comparison between your BJT and your FET. Now what are the basic comparison over here is, in BJT, the BJT is a bipolar device, bipolar junction transistor, whereas the FET is known as a unipolar junction transistor, or not UJT, but it is why it is known as unipolar device is because in BJT the flow of current is because of both electron and holes. Hence BJT is known as bipolar, since the drain current over here, that is nothing but the ID, flows due to either electron, that is nothing but N channel, or holes, either but not both. Since drain current flows due to either electron or holes, it is known as unipolar. Now the input and the output quantities are linearly proportional to each other in the active region. The output current IC is related as IC is equals to beta times input current, that is nothing but IB. Now input and output quantities VGS and ID are governed by square law, we just saw it right now, given by the Shockley's equation, ID which is equals to IDSS into brackets 1 minus VGS upon VP का square. Now the transconductance is given by GM, which is nothing but the transconductor parameter is known as output current upon input voltage term. Hence the term, first of all, conductance means resistance का inverse. Hence resistance is given by V by I, so conductance will be given by I by V. Since it is transconductance, means it will be output का some parameter upon input का some parameter. Since you have output current and input voltage into consideration, it will be known as transconductance. The transconductance of a BJT is given by GM is equals to delta IB by delta IC by delta VB, keeping your output voltage constant, is large, hence more amplification. Over here the conductance is given by delta IB by delta VGS, keeping delta VDS equals to 0. It is very low and hence the amplification is quite poor in nature. Now as the temperature increases, ICVO increases and the thermal runaway occurs. We did saw that when your temperature increases, your ICVO increases, your ICEO increases, your IC increases, and because of IC increment there was an increment in the temperature, hence your IC increases. Therefore it was less temperature stable. Over here, as temperature increases, ID decreases, hence the number of hence there is no problem of thermal runaway, therefore more temperature stable. Now over here, since the operation is only because of since the operation is because of two carriers, we say that it is noisy. Why? Because both electron and hole participate in forming the output current. Since it is unipolar, that is only electrons or only holes take part over here, it is less noisy as compared to BJT. Now, for proper operation, the junction at input JBE is forward biased, hence input resistance is less. Now, for proper operation the input junction, that is the JGS junction, is reverse biased, and therefore the input resistance is more. With few different types of FET, it goes up to few mega ohms. This is what is important, bacha. Please do pay attention. Now, it is a current control device, it is a voltage control device. Now, why is it called a current control devices? I will just like to take you back over here. Now, यहाँ पे इस equation में my IC is my output current, which is equals to my beta times IB. So can I say my variation in IB will cause my variation in IC? In another words, can I say my input टर्मिनल ओवर हियर इज कंट्रोलिंग माई आउटपुट टर्मिनल ओवर हियर. नाउ माई इनपुट टर्मिनल पे क्या है बेटा, मेरा इनपुट पे करंट है, तो मेरा वो आउटपुट को क्या कहते हैं, वो आउटपुट के करंट को कंट्रोल कर रहा है. हेंस आई वुड से दैट इट इज़ अ करंट कंट्रोल डिवाइस. कम टू FET. नाउ इस इक्वेशन में कैन आई से माई VGS इज एट द इनपुट टर्मिनल एंड ID इज माई आउटपुट टर्मिनल. कैन आई से माई VGS में मॉड्यूलेशन आया, अगर VDS में चेंज आया तो देर विल बी अ स्लाइट, देर विल बी ऑलवेज अ वेरिएशन इन ID. सो कैन आई से changes in input will cause changes in my output. So can I say changes in my input voltage will cause the change in my output current? In another words, can I say it will be nothing but a voltage control device? Hence, BJT is called a current control device, wherein your FET is called as a, what do you say, voltage control device. Now, it is large in construction, smaller in construction, hence it is useful in ICs. It can be handled, the BJTs can be handled very easily without extra precaution. Now, some types of FETs where having very high input resistance are very sensitive, must be handled very carefully. Now, in BJT, the input current IB control the larger current between collector and emitter. In FET, the input voltage, that is nothing but the VGS, control the large current between the drain and the source. Now, moving on to the further part. We need to start with FET parameters. So what do we mean by FET parameter? These are the parameters which will play an important role while we are designing or while we are doing numericals. So we need to understand each and every one of them before we start with AC analysis. So once this topic is done, we'll proceed for biasing of JFET, and then we'll switch it back again to either BJT or a new topic called as MOSFET. Now, the FET parameters over here, IDSS is given by IDSS, wherein IDSS all are in caps, but DSS is in small. It is written as prefix over here. या पीछे लिखा जाता है, मुझे भी याद नहीं, उसे प्रीफिक्स बोलते हैं, सफिक्स बोलते हैं यहाँ पे पीछे वाले को. सो IDSS is known as drain source saturation current. Now this is the current at which the channel pinches off with your VGS equals to 0. Now it is measured normally at keeping your output voltage VDS at equal to 15 volt. It varies from 2 to 20 milliamps, very small amount in number. For BFW 11, this is a typical JFET which we will be considering for numericals and for designing purpose. The typical value is 7 milliamps. Gate source cutoff voltage, that is nothing but VGS off, that is nothing but pinch off voltage. It is a gate to source voltage at which the ID falls nearly to 0 so that the channel gets closed. It varies from minus 2.5 to minus 8 volt. For BFW 11, VGS off is given as 2.5 volt. Forward transconductance, the control that the gate voltage, that is nothing but VGS, has over the drain current is measured by GM, or also known as GFS. It is defined as GFS, which is also equals to GM, which we just saw, is given by some change in ID upon some change in input voltage, that is nothing but VGS, keeping the output voltage constant, or there is no change in VDS. The units of it is mho or Siemens. It can be obtained from transfer characteristic by making tangent on the Q point. So on this cube on this transfer characteristic, if we are supposed to make a on this transfer characteristic, if we are supposed to plot a q point over here, or if we are supposed to assume a q point over here, then at that point if we make a tangent, then this part will become the y-axis and this part over here will become the x-axis. Now it can be obtained from the transfer characteristic by making tangent on the q point. It is a slope of transfer characteristic at q point over here. Maximum transconductance, it is a transconductance measured at VGS equals to 0. For BFW typical, GMO tip is given as 5000 micro Siemens or 5000 micro mho also you can write. Now drain resistance, chotu RD, this is what plays an important role in AC analysis. Beta, please do pay attention because we'll be having two types of analysis. One is DC analysis, one is AC analysis. Now it is the AC resistance between D, that is nothing but drain, and source when the FET is operating in pinch off region. It is the reciprocal of slope of drain source characteristic. Since in the pinch off region the characteristic is almost flat, RD is normally determined practically. RD is also expressed as YOS, which is equals to 1 upon RD. RD therefore is defined as delta VDS by delta ID, keeping VGS equals to 0. For value of RD varies from 20 kilo ohms to few hundred kilo ohms, very big bacha. For BFW 11, the RD value typical is given as 50 kilo ohms. Now the amplification factor mu, it is defined as the ratio of change in output voltage of FET to the change in input voltage with output current constant. That is nothing but some change in output current upon some change in input current, keeping the output current constant. It is known as mu. Now let me see whether it is adjustable or not, beta. Just give me a moment. Yes, it is visible now. BVGSS over here, it is given as gate source breakdown voltage. It is the breakdown voltage, that is nothing but between the gate and the source with VDS equals to 0, drain and source shorted. Now it indicates limiting value of voltage which can be applied between the gate and the source. Its value typically varies from 30 to 70 volts, but for BFW 11 the typical value is 30 volts. Now all these are very in-depth concepts, beta. This you may find in reference books only. Now IGSS is given by gate cutoff current. It is given by since the input PN junction of FET is reverse biased, hence one of the reason why your input resistance of FET is very high. A current due to minority carrier flows in the gate. This current is IGSS. It is normally in nano m. Since it is nano is 10 to the power minus 9. वो इतना छोटा होता है बेटा, इसलिए हम उसे consider नहीं करते. Now we need to prove a relation between GM and GMO and the formula for GM. Now we'll be moving a little bit faster, beta, थोड़ा सा. Now ID is given as IDSS into brackets 1 minus VGS upon VP का square. Now since your GM, that is nothing but transconductance, is given by DABA ID by DABA VGS, we will differentiate equation number 1 with respect to VGS. So your GM would become DABA ID by DABA VGS, which is equals to IDSS is constant. This 2 comes outside. या टोपी नीचे हो जाती है बेटा. 2 इधर 1 minus VGS upon VP into 1 minus 1 upon VP. So this entire equation turns out to be GM equals to twice of IDSS by VP into 1 minus VGS upon mod VP. Since at GMO equals to GM, since GMO equals to GM when at VGS equals to 0, therefore putting VGS equals to 0, we get GMO equals to twice of IDSS by VP. Now putting this 3 in 2 over here, we get GM equals to GMO into 1 minus VGS upon VP. Note that यहाँ पे आपके पास कोई square term नहीं है बेटा. So please don't make any mistakes while writing the equation for GMO. Now we don't need to go for this mu. As for now, it is not at all required. If required, I'll let you know. So now we'll proceed further for the next topic. That is nothing but wait just a moment, beta. JFET ka biasing, which is one of the important parameters that we need to discuss. The main function of JFET are as follows: to Just a moment, beta. Huh. The main functions of JFET are as follows: to locate the Q point in the pinch off region, but of course, in the pinch off region of characteristics. For this, the main requirement is to make your VGS negative. This is one of the important point. अगर आपको आपका Q point वो ट्रांसफर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक के ग्राफ पे लाना है, जो ये वाला ग्राफ है बेटा, सो यू नीड टू मेक योर VGS नेगेटिव. So in that case, to keep the Q point stable irrespective of change in temperature, one of the important is because due to change in temperature, VP, that is nothing but the pinch off voltage, and IDSS, that is nothing but the drain source saturation current, both of them varies. Now to keep the Q point stable irrespective of change in the device parameter, in case when JFETs are replaced. Now biasing for variation in device parameter. For fixed bias, this is the circuit for a fixed biasing. It is very much simpler बच्चा, there is nothing to worry about. Now यहाँ पे you have a, what do you say, a VG over here, that is nothing but the gate voltage connected in the reverse polarity. That means negative terminal is connected to the gate terminal over here and positive is grounded. Similarly there will be a drain what do you say voltage, VDD. VDD इज अ पावर सप्लाई. सॉरी, जो आप पावर सप्लाई लगाते हो बेटा, ये आपका पावर सप्लाई है VDD इन द केस ऑफ JFET. नाउ एंड द वोल्टेज बिटवीन योर गेट एंड द सोर्स इज नोन एज VGS. जैसे अपने BJT में बेटा BE होता है, वैसे ही यहाँ पे VGS होता है. नाउ if I apply a KVL in base loop in gate loop over here, so can I have I start from this negative terminal. Since I'm starting with negative, I will have minus VG over here, minus VG minus IGRG minus VGS equals to 0. Or if you want, you can write it down in this way also. The exact ulta equation is also valid. You can also write it as VG plus VGS plus IGRG equals to 0. It's one and the same thing beta. Now over here, what do you say? First of all, the biasing for variation in device parameter. Now what happens is, if this is your original what do you say ट्रांसफर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, तो ट्रांसफर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक में आप क्या देखते हो बेटा, आप जब VGS को चेंज करते हो तब आप करंट ID में जो चेंज होता है आप वो ऑब्जर्व करते हो. नाउ दिस लाइन और दिस ट्रांसफर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक was due to your old JFET, and when you replace it with a new what do you say JFET, then the Q point then there is an entire new set of transfer characteristic which is denoted by this graph over here. So there is a shift of what do you say Q point from this point to this point. So as you can see, the DC bias line, it changes. So now if you can see over here, if you change your JFET, then there is a change in the Q point. Now since your IG equals to 0, your VGS is equals to minus VG. Now VGS is can I say it is equals to minus K. Therefore your X coordinate is nothing but some value which is minus K. Therefore this is the equation of your DC bias line. It will be an equation on the what do you say, on the negative part of the X axis over here. Now now from this what do you said graph, can I say that the change in output current is very much large in number. Therefore one of the drawbacks of having a JFET biasing in fixed bias configuration is, firstly, there is a major change in your output current, that is nothing but delta ID. Secondly, can I say an extra VG was supplied over here, an extra battery VG was being used over here. So now this was the drawback of fixed bias over here. Let's move on to self bias. Now in self bias, what did we do? We connected an RS or a source resistance over here. Similarly, we'll start applying your we'll start applying your KVL over here. Now if you start applying your KVL, we'll start with this point, start from this point if you want. So the equation would turn out to be, you start from this point, you approach with a positive sense जैसे कि मैंने पहले बताया था, but when you leave someone, you leave it with a negative note. So हमें वही बातें याद रहती है जो हमें लास्ट में नेगेटिव रहती है. So दिस वन विल बी माइनस आई, आप यहाँ से आपकी जर्नी स्टार्ट कर रहे हो, तो दिस विल बी माइनस IGRG, द करंट फ्लोइंग थ्रू दिस इज IG, दिस विल बी माइनस IGRG minus VGS and minus IDRS. The current ID is flowing through this both this resistance because there is no input current. तो यहाँ से जो करंट आएगा ना बेटा ID, वही करंट इसमें से फ्लो हो रहा है. हमारे पास BJT में यहाँ पे IB हुआ करता था. IB भी एक पैरामीटर था जो अंदर जाता था. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे सिमिलरली यहाँ पे आई जी है, पर आई जी इतना छोटा है कि हम उसे कंसिडर नहीं करते हैं। यहाँ से जो करंट आता है हम वही करंट को वी डू से दैट योर आई डी इज गोइंग डाउनवर्ड्स थ्रू योर सोर्स रजिस्टर. Now over here again you have a graph over here. This one was your old what do you say um transfer characteristic, and this one is your new transfer characteristic. Now when you plot, when you want the slope in both the cases, यहाँ पे भी आपने slope ही find out किया था बेटा, जब आपने find out किया था यहाँ पर भी आप slope ही find out करोगे. Now let's see what happens in this cases. Your equation is minus IGRG minus VGS minus IDRS, which is equals to 0. Now, therefore, since your Ig is equals to 0, can I say your VGS is equals to minus ID into RS? Therefore, your ID is equals to minus 1 upon RS into VGS. This is of the equation Y is equals to MX with no C beta. Therefore, the equation of this is the equation of DC bias line. Now, over here what is the thing, since this is nothing but minus 1 upon RS, मतलब ये line एक simply line है which starts from the origin and it is going like this way. It is falling down. और आई कैन से इट इज़ नॉट अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, इट इज़ अ लीनियर लाइन. बट अगर आप ये पॉइंट और ये पॉइंट देखो तो यहाँ से ये ग्राफ ऐसे नीचे आ रहा है वैसे. सो डेल्टा आई डी रिड्यूसेस ड्यू टू नेगेटिव फीडबैक प्रोवाइडेड बाय आर एस. कल हमने जब नेगेटिव फीडबैक का कंसेप्ट इंट्रोड्यूस किया था बाय इंट्रोड्यूसिंग योर आर ई, तब हमने बोला था कि भाई आर ई का सर्किट में होना ज़रूरी है बिकॉज इट प्रोवाइड्स डी सी नेगेटिव फीडबैक, बट इट ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड डी सी नेगेटिव फीडबैक. इसलिए हम वहाँ पे कैपेसिटर लगाते ताकि वो ए सी नेगेटिव फीडबैक ना रहे. सिमिलरली आपके यहाँ पे आर एस के इंक्लूजन से एक नेगेटिव फीडबैक आ गया पिक्चर में, जिसकी वजह से आपका ये जो ग्राफ था ये अभी थोड़ा ये इन दोनों के बीच की दूरियां कम हो गई. देयर वाज अ स्मॉलर चेंज in the output current ID. Hence we are moving on to a much better version of your what do you say circuit diagram. Now we'll move on to PD bias, potential divider biasing configuration. Now what happens is potential divider biasing में जैसे कि मैंने कहा था कि भाई आपका circuit diagram just a moment बेटा, I'll see whether it is visible or not. Just give me a moment. Yes. Now PD biasing में the circuit is still जैसे कि हमने किया था कल मदर सर्किट किया था वैसे ही है. यहाँ पे दो रेजिस्टेंसेस होंगे R1 R2 which will decide how much voltage should be passed through this gate terminal. Hence the name PD bias or potential divider biasing. Now over here if you apply what do you say a KVL in your gate loop, then your equation becomes या तो आप ऐसे ले लो या तो आप वैसे ले लो, इट्स वन एंड द सेम थिंग. सो इट बिकम्स माइनस वी जी. वी जी अगर आप देखो यहाँ पे तो इट बिकम्स माइनस वी जी माइनस वी जी एस माइनस आई डी आर एस विच इज़ इक्वल्स टू 0. ये जैसे हमने पहले किया था वैसे ये बेटा. द पोलैरिटी ऑफ योर वी जी एस विल बी यहाँ पे प्लस आएगा एंड देयर विल बी अ माइनस साइन ओवर हियर. नाउ योर आई डी इज़ गिवन बाय सॉरी जस्ट अ मोमेंट, आई मेड सम मिस्टेक बेटा, एक मिनट है बेटा. आई डी इधर लिया, सॉरी वी जी के साथ प्लस आएगा बेटा यहाँ पे, माय बैड, एक मिनट है बेटा. नहीं बराबर. नाउ देयरफॉर यू विल बी हैविंग minus Vg minus Vgs minus IDRS which is equals to 0. So now when you change this equation आपको ये आई डी का इक्वेशन कुछ ऐसे मिलेगा, माइनस 1 अपॉन आर एस वी जी एस प्लस वी जी वॉडी से यहाँ पे ये माइनस प्लस ये रहेगा बेटा, सॉरी माय बैड, ये माइनस ये प्लस, so this will be plus Vg. So this becomes what do you say plus Vg upon Rs. Now this is of the equation y is equals to mx plus c. Now जब आप इस इक्वेशन को यहाँ पे प्लॉट करते हो बेटा, ये वाले इक्वेशन को जब आप प्लॉट करते हो, जस्ट अ मोमेंट आई शो यू. हाँ जब आपने प्लॉट किया तब आपको जो व्हाट से ये दो आपके ग्राफ थे, ये ओल्ड वाले एफ से ट्रांसफ़र कैरेक्टरिस्टिक मिला था एंड दिस वाज द ट्रांसफ़र कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ड्यू टू द न्यू एफ और द न्यू रिप्लेस्ड एफ. सो व्हेन यू प्लॉटेड द DC bias line, it was now not terminating at the origin, but it was terminating somewhere on the positive part on the x axis. So the line was somewhere passing through the axis at a certain coordinate, say Vg by Rs, and it terminated at a certain point named as Vg. Now, can I say that due to this, the change in what do you say, my ID is very much minimum as compared to the previous two version. So yes, this what do you say, biasing is much more appreciated as compared to the previous one. Now, as ID increases, IDRS increases. Therefore, can I say my VGS, that is nothing but the reverse biasing of JGS, decreases. Therefore, W decreases. Now, what happens is जब आपका आउटपुट करंट बढ़ता है बेटा, तब आई डी आर एस, दैट इज नथिंग बट द ड्रॉप अक्रॉस योर आई डी, ड्रॉप अक्रॉस योर सोर्स रेजिस्टेंस वुड इंक्रीज. नाउ दिस ड्रॉपिंग would result in your increase what do you say this dropping of the voltage across IDRS would decrease the input voltage. If that is the case, your W, that is nothing but the width of the channel, decreases. Now this again this will again, अगर आपका W increase हुआ, W increase हुआ, तो आपका जो ID होगा वो भी increase होगा. So this will form a negative feedback, due to which the Q point remains stable, since that is your delta ID is less from the circuit diagram. Now Vg is given by a formula. Vg, that is nothing but the formula given by voltage divider rule as R2 upon R1 plus R2 into Vg into VDD, that is nothing but the voltage source supply voltage over here. Your Vd, that is nothing but the drain voltage over here, is given by, if you start your journey from here, it is nothing but VDD minus IDRD equals to Vd. If you want to find out Vs over here, then it is simply the voltage bit across IDRS, RSRD, or I would say IDRS, yes, and VDS is the voltage between VD minus VS. Now, biasing for zero drift. Now this is where your important what do you say, fundas come into picture बेटा. this ये थोड़े बेटा टेक्निकल पॉइंट्स हैं बेटा, यहाँ पे ना थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिएगा. ना देर आर टू मेन इफेक्ट्स इन JFET और MOSFET. MOSFET क्या है बेटा, वो मैं नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में स्टार्ट करूंगा. ना देर आर टू मेन इफेक्ट इन MOSFETs, ड्यू टू विच योर ID changes with temperature. First effect, now as your temperature increases, your ions in the lattice of semiconductor crystal start vibrating rigorously. Now due to this, majority carrier, that is nothing but the electrons in the n channel, can't move freely in the channel. But of course, अगर एक रूम है और एक रूम में सब हरे राम हरे कृष्णा करने लगे बेटा, डांस करने लगे, तो पब्लिक को जगह कम पड़ेगी. Therefore they can't move freely in the channel. In another words, mobility decreases. Therefore can I say your ID decreases. This effect is more important for large values of ID, where depletion region is narrow and collision process predominates the current flow. The reduction in ID due to this effect is 0.7% per degree centigrade, or the decrement in ID is given by 0.0007007 ID, or James Bond ID beta. Effect 2. As your temperature increases, the energy of the charge carrier increases. Now due to this, the charge carrier penetrates more and more in the depletion region. जो आपने कल देखा था ऐसे wedge shaped में था, वो वाला region वो बढ़ते जाएगा depletion region. Therefore the width of the depletion region reduces, hence the channel width increases. But of course अगर आपका wedge shape वाला जो था, WEDGE wedge shaped है बेटा, अगर आपका जो wedge shape वाला डायग्राम था, अगर उसमें से depletion region कम होने लगा, तो आपका जो channel होगा वो बढ़ जाएगा बेटा. In that case, due to this, charge carrier penetrates more in the depletion region. Therefore width of the depletion region reduces, hence your channel width increases. This increases your ID. Now this effect is more what do you say important for lower values of current ID, that is near pinch off. Now what happens is, it is found that no, हाँ एक मिनट है बेटा, हाँ, now it is found